Good evening, baseball fans, and welcome to Lexington Town Center Field for another edition of Boston's Summer League Baseball. Tonight's matchup features the visiting Triple D's TJO from the Boston Park League.
I got it.
And your Lexington Blue Sox. Both teams enter this matchup in first place in their respective league, with TJO at 5-0-1 through their first 6 games, and the Blue Sox at 4-1 through their first 5. At this time, let us introduce you to today's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Triple D's, TJO. Leading off, starting at third base, number 4, Matt DeShiro.
I don't have a first name.
Batting second, the shortstop, number 6, Sam Steves. Batting third, the center fielder, number 8, Jackson Brinker. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, number 47, John Gannon. Batting fifth, starting at second base, number 3, Marcos Feliz. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 1, Ayrton De Pina. Batting seventh, starting at first base, number 99, Jake Madak. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 30, Ryan Deo. Batting ninth, starting in right field, number 28, Jack Shapiro. And on the mound for Triple D's, number 66, David Wong. On the mound, or pardon me, managing Triple D's, Bob Johnson. And now the starting lineup for your Lexington Blue Sox. Leading off, the center fielder, number 14, Jack Pasiak. Batting second, the left fielder, number 3, Jake McElroy. Batting third, starting at second base, number 8, Frank Landero. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 22, Ryan Grundy. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 33, Nick Anderson. Batting sixth, starting at shortstop, number 2, Anderson Jimenez. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 41, Pat Casserly. Batting eighth and starting a designated hitter, number 31, Brian Acosta. Batting ninth, the catcher, number 26, Talon Rossborough. Batting 10th, your extra hitter, number 6, Max Dushny. And starting on the mound for the Blue Sox, wearing number 41, Luke Marshall. Your Blue Sox are managed by Rick DeAngelis. We invite everyone in attendance tonight to enjoy tonight's game under the tenets of good sportsmanship. We defer to the umpiring crew on any and all decisions as it relates to ejections, and their decisions are final. Without further ado, enjoy the game, and gentlemen, let's play ball.
From center field at Lexington High School in Lexington, Mass. is Lexington Blue Sox baseball here on LSP. Tonight, 2026 interleague play gets underway as the Blue Sox at 4-1 host Triple D's TJOs of the Boston Park League. Both teams in first place in their respective leagues, as Chris Del Sordo said. Triple D's at 5-0-1 and the Blue Sox at 4-1. Good evening, everybody. Sam Feely here with you, ready to bring the play-by-play story and the aforementioned Chris Del Sordo doing double duty to the internet and to the crowd here, Chris.
Yeah, double duty. That's why they call on me, right? It was my nickname at one point, so it's nice to be back.
Blue Sox coming off a come-from-behind win, walk-off win, Friday Night Lights last Friday. Yeah. To hopefully get a new win streak started after last Wednesday. Melrose became the first intercity league team to beat them since June 9th of last year, which was also Melrose. But to start interleague play here in 2026, they're going to have a tough task against a TJO sports team, now Triple D's TJOs. That is that's obviously off to a very good start in the Park League. And the all-time series between these two teams is 1-1, with both games ending in 5-0 final scores. Both games being in Lexington. The first one in 24 here at LHS. last year's game over at Minuteman. TJO won the game in 24 on June 12th. Blue Sox returned the favor on July 10th at Minuteman, 5-0 again, the final in favor of the Blue Sox there. Luke Marshall is going to get the start for the Blue Sox in this one. Marshall made 6 appearances last year for the Blue Sox, was 1-0 with 1 save in 8 1/3 innings. Allowed 4 hits, 3 earned runs, walked 6 and struck out 14. He will face Matt DeShiro at third base, Sam Steeves at short, the Park League's leading hitter, Sam Steeves, Jackson Brinkler in center, John Gannon the DH, Marcos Feliz at second, Ayrton DePina behind the plate, Jake Madak at first, Ryan Deo in left, and Jack Shapiro in right, rounding out the starting 9 for the visitors from the Park League.
Yeah, I like the look of Luke Marshall. He had a really nice bullpen, a lot of movement, and it's that big body, hey, I'm ready for the moment type of pitcher that you want. You get this midweek early season game, but it's 2 teams in first place. That's who you want on the bump.
Leading off for Triple D's, the third baseman, number 4, Matt DeShiro.
DeShiro settles in. Marshall fires the first pitch at 8:02 on the outside corner for strike 1, and we are underway.
Never a bad way to start.
Marshall made 1 appearance against Park League competition last year as DeShiro pops this one up into left field. Long run to track that one down by McElroy, but he does for a quick out number 1.
Now batting for Triple D's, the shortstop, number 6, Sam Steeves.
Quick outs early in the game anyways were hard to come by for the Blue Sox on Friday night. Obviously, great job by Obi settling down in the later stages of that game to help enable the comeback. Oh, you were talking about the breaking stuff, Chris.
I mean, you could see the movement. So, like, even in the bullpen, but then in those 8 warm-up pitches, it was snapping.
Steeves grounds this one to third, fielded on a hop, fire on to first. Nicely done by Ryan Grundy, and the rest of the Holy Cross crew coming in tonight. More on that later.
Now batting the center fielder, number 8, Jackson Brinker.
So Steeves, the Park League's leading hitter, entering play at 8:57 actually, although in limited action, is retired. 2 up, 2 down on 4 pitches. Here's a grounder to Jimenez off the bat of Brinkler, up the line, and a nice stretch by
for
Pat
Triple
Casserly.
D's in the top of the first. No runs on no hits, no Blue Sox errors, and no runners left on base. We move to the bottom of the first inning, still scoreless. Due up for the Blue Sox, Pasiak, McElroy, and Landero.
Well, that's the antithesis of the top of the first from last Friday, isn't it? I mean...
No, yeah, well, I don't want to even acknowledge it that fully because that was beautiful, and I want every half inning to go exactly like that tonight. 5 pitches, and you know the best part is snapped off those first 2 breaking balls. With Steeves, he was bailing, but kind of enticed him to be like, okay, I can hang in the box, and gave him the exact same pitch, rolled over. Brinker saw that in the on-deck circle, probably felt, empowered to jump on that breaking ball. You can't do it when there's that much snap on it right now.
Exactly. LSP and Shipping Shield are partners in cards. Shipping Shields are the eco-friendly sports and gaming card shipping protectors trusted by yours truly. Made in the U.S. and Canada on 100% recyclable cardboard. Use the link and codes on the screen or in the description for a discount on your order. We may receive a commission from those orders, but we thank you for your continued support of whatever this is. And this is TJO starter David Wong getting the start on the bump for the visitors in this one. Wong will face Jack Pasiak in center, Jake McElroy in left, Frank Landero at second, Ryan Grundy at third, Nick Anderson in right, Anderson Jimenez at short, Pat Casserly at first, Brian Acosta is the DH, Talon Rossbro, who showed off his arm from the outfield on Friday, will get a chance to show off his arm behind the plate tonight, and Max Dushny rounds out the lineup as the extra hitter.
It feels like this is the most powerful the Blue Sox lineup has been. This is the best combination of, the young, the college-age studs, some of your old standbys. You always like seeing Giancarlos and Jules in the lineup. But right now,
Andy.
But Andy's here.
No, Eric.
Oh, my apologies, Eric Ramirez. This lineup, it just feels like it has bite to it right now, and it just speaks to the Blue Sox are in a very good place foundationally.
Depth has never been a problem for the Blue Sox over the years. And here's Pasiak, who's taken the league by storm in his first 2 weeks.
Leading
for the
off
Blue
for
Sox.
the Blue Sox, the center fielder, number 14, Jack Pasiak.
Pasiak leading things off. He has started his Blue Sox career with 4 consecutive multi-hit games. Did not play on Friday against the Expos. But apart from that, 8 for 15 with 3 extra base hits, 2 ribbies, and 2 steals. And he's behind 0-2 to Wong. Outside for a ball.
Good waist pitch there. It looks like Wong really is in command of his arsenal. He was off to our right in his bullpen session. You know, not a lot of movement, not herky-jerky, really smooth, and just puts it right where it needs to be.
Tapper, third base side, bare hand, but the throw is a little high. Good job by Jake Madak to haul that one in and prevent it from going out of play to allow Pasiak to get second. Jack does get first, though, and the leadoff man is aboard.
Now batting the left fielder, number 3, Jake McElroy.
With his speed, you know, you got to be absolutely perfect if you're DeShiro there to have a chance, though. And, you know, the timing was right. Unfortunately, the throw was a bit high. But, again, kudos to Madak for preventing it from going out of play. And to think that I was considering setting up broadcasting on the first base bleachers earlier because my table just walked away over the weekend, apparently. We were able to snag.
I was going to say, let that be a lesson to any enterprising sports broadcaster out there. There's always another table somewhere. Just look for it. When you find it, grab it. Don't ask questions. And look at the setup that we have now, Sam.
I mean, yeah, we've got like a cafeteria, high school cafeteria table out here that's even longer, gives us more space to use that we are actually not using.
For a righty, Juan has a really snappy pickoff move. So that's twice now that Pasiak kind of, I think, needed to speed up his return to first base.
And that's a third time.
Yeah. I don't think this is just a service.
Yeah.
I think there's some execution.
They are aware.
This.
They are fully aware of what he's capable of, and thus they want to keep him as anchored to the bag as possible. Wong comes set. Count is 0-1. And the count is 0-2. So not only do you have a very good pickoff move for a right-handed pitcher, you also have some very good command, and who's now ahead in the count 0-2 of Jake McElroy. McElroy has played in 2 games so far this year and is 3 for 6. That's the 4th time?
It's the fourth throw, and the first time that he didn't slide. And now, I'm maybe not supposed to tell tales outside of school, but you can hear the Blue Sox dugout being like, look, he's not going. We're not sending it. Now, I don't know if they wanted David to hear that or not.
McElroy fouls that off. McElroy's only played in the 2 games against the Mad Dogs so far, but 3 for 6. All of his hits have been extra bases.
Well, how about today?
5 ribbies.
Welcome back to the field. Track that one in on the very first pitch of the game and make that play out in left field.
Yeah, exactly.
Jake's just great everywhere you put him, including the 2-hole in the order.
Now he runs.
Wow.
Boy,
they got it.
Perfect timing.
Kind of a lackadaisical flip.
Oh my goodness. Boy. I wasn't sure what to
It's a
call
pretty
it.
4.63.
It just came straight off the box in the perfect spot there.
Now batting for the Blue Sox, the second baseman, number 8, Frank Landero.
So just like that, 2 down. I'll take the wind out of your sails. I mean, you have the runner going, stay out of the double play, and it's hit right in the perfect spot. See what Landero can do with 2 outs and the bases empty. Strokes this one into left center field. Going back to the wall, reaching up.
Oh. That's probably off the wall and not over, but still. Oh.
Boy.
Brinker out in center.
Oh my goodness, great defense on back-to-back pitches
For
for
the Blue
TJO.
Sox in the bottom of the first, no runs on one hit, no triple D's, errors, no runners left on base. We move to the top of the second inning, still scoreless, due up for triple D's, Gannon, Feliz, and DePina.
That is, boy, you could, two perfectly hit balls.
I got nothing else. Yeah, that's
Two perfectly hit balls on back-to-back pitches result in 3 outs. Like, you could not have put, like, with the runner going from first, you could not have hit that in a more perfect spot
right.
for the TJO's defense.
I think you are right. You are going to shade Landero probably very slightly to pull, and now credit where credit's due to Brinker. That's just, he got a great jump. He closed the gap. He felt the wall. He squeezed it that half step before the wall. That's why they're 5-0-1 through their first 6 games.
Exactly.
Listen, even all the way down to the enticing Pasiak. Okay, I'm not going to throw over. You're right. And then they got him.
Yep.
And even if that hit and run wasn't executed, they might have had the throw down. So we got a chess match type of game in front of us tonight.
Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor our content for as little as $25 a spot, whether you want to promote a business, product, or event, or send a message of support to a player, team, or coach. Email yours truly for all the deets. So we go to the top of the second, and we've seen 13 pitches combined in the first inning. 5 by Marshall, 8 by Wong. And now the middle third of the order will come up for TJOs in Gannon, Feliz, and DePina.
Leading off the top of the second for triple D's, the designated hitter, number 47, John Gannon.
Marshall back to work and misses upstairs for a ball, 1 and 0 rather. Get my numbers in the wrong order. Boink. Hitters count now for John Gannon. Playing in his 4th game of the year. He's got an OPS of 1972. He has 2 doubles and 1 homer among his 6 hits. 7 ribbies, multiple RBIs in every game he's played.
Okay, ball 4.
And he draws a 4-pitch walk, the 3rd so far of the year for him.
One of these at bats, not like the others.
Now batting the second baseman, number 3, Marcos Feliz.
First base runner for TJO is a 4-pitch walk to lead off the top of the second. And here is Feliz. And that'll be ball 1.
Yeah, just missed that one inside.
I thought the ball had squirted away for a moment. I was wondering why Gannon wasn't running, but that'll be fouled off for the first strike of the inning, 1-1. Feliz playing in his first game since May 21st against ADSL, in which he went 0 for 4 with a couple of walks and a run. He is ahead 2-1. And boy, how quickly a baseball game can change.
They issued a balk on that pitch, too.
Oh, my goodness.
My apologies.
So it'll remain 1-1. Balk was called on Marshall. Runner in scoring position now. Now it's 2-1. Boy, this you see that first inning, it's like, all right, we're gonna have a quick one. We're gonna have a pitcher's duel, and now all of a sudden, runner at second, 2-2.
We're still right there. We've seen crazier double plays get turned than the one that we saw in the bottom of the first.
Yeah.
But this would be big for Marshall right here.
And he'll get a fly ball into center field, and that'll be caught. Line drive, maybe a slightly late break there from Pasiak, but able to run that one down for the first out.
Now batting for triple D's, the catcher, number 1, Ayrton DePina.
Feliz lines out to center, and here's DePina. After playing in his 5th game, he is 3 for 10 with 3 runs scored, 1 triple, and 3 RBIs, and 7 walks. He has had at least 1 walk in all 4 games he's played, and that includes 3 against ADSL.
That's the secret recipe, I feel like, at least in inter-city league baseball, and I can't imagine the park league is too much different. If you have that batter that just, they're not flashy, but they're always getting on base.
What does he do? He gets on base.
It's
right?
just, that's the way you win games, like the way the Blue Sox won 3-2 on Friday.
Grounder to third, fire on to first. Not a good job looking the runner back, taking his time there by Grundy, freezing Gannon at second.
The first baseman, number 99, Jake Maydak.
That was on a 2-0 pitch too.
It was.
So like, you get it.
It looks enticing.
You get a routine ground out on a hitter's count. That's something you love to see as
well. It's surprising,
specifically considering what DePina's walk numbers were. That's why that was,
Anyways, now 1-0 to Jake Maydak, who grounds this one up the middle, off balance throw, and couldn't get the swipe tag. Maydak had a great defensive play in the bottom of the first to prevent a ball from going out of play. And now Casserly returns the favor because that gets away from him. It is probably 1-0 TJO.
Now batting the left fielder, number 30, Ryan Deo.
It's important to think about, Maydak save 2 in the bottom of the first because that goes out of play. Pasiak is at second on that play, and that fly ball that Landero hit probably becomes a sac fly.
That's a good point, yeah.
So 2 run-saving plays, at least for now, as far as the Blue Sox are concerned.
Well, if he doesn't go on the play, it's a base hit, period. It's not even about why would the second baseman be that far up the middle on that ball hit by McElroy?
Gotcha.
That's where my head. You're getting a run, period. Yeah.
Fouled off. Hitters count. Got what he wanted.
It's a good-looking hitter down in the 8-hole, man. I tell you what, I'm not sure if his numbers necessarily reflect that, but
Dale's
he's got the backswing. He's got the bat speed. The good
would an OPS
swing.
of 1167 convince you?
Oh yeah, I would. That's all it takes. Yeah.
He's playing in his 3rd game. He is 3 for 6 with 4 runs scored, 1 double, and 3 ribbies. And he's just drawn his first walk of the year, and the bases are now loaded.
Now batting for Triple D's, the right fielder, number 28, Jack Shapiro.
So it'll be up to the number 9 hitter, Shapiro, to try and cash in here. Down and away for a ball.
I mean, I like seeing Marshall want to keep painting the corners here. 9-hole hitter. Almost want to just trust your defense here, put it over the strike zone, and let the chips fall where
exactly.
they may.
And I think that's what Obi was trying to do, maybe a bit too much in the early going of the game on Friday. Oof! Again, trust your defense.
Yeah.
Trust your pitches. Do what you got to do. No need to can't walk the 9 hitter with the bases loaded.
Yeah, well, let's not manifest it. Especially with DeShiro waiting in the on-deck circle to flip the order.
I know, right? So you got Gannon at 3rd, Maydak at 2nd, Deo at 1st, a 3-1 count to Shapiro. That is ball 4, gets to the backstop, and nobody's going to advance any further than that. A walk and an RBI for the number 9 man as Gannon scores. It's 1-0 TJO.
Nothing wrong with this. Nothing wrong with this mound visit right now. This is about the time. It's just 1 run. The Blue Sox are more than capable, especially with 4, 5, 6 due up, of getting that right back.
That was the one concern though coming into this game. Maybe is Marshall's just got to stay around the strike zone, and can he make sure of that? But, looked good in the first inning, but here it's been trouble. 3 walks, infield single. You have 1 run home. Bases are still loaded, and now the lineup turns over for TJO.
Now batting the third baseman, number 4, Matt TJO.
So TJO 0 for 1, flew out to left to lead off the ball game. 3 for 7 in his first 2 games with 3 runs and 4 RBIs and a chance for at least 1 more here. As he takes a strike, 0 and 1. Even if you do allow a run or 2 here, you gotta, not put too much pressure on yourself to think, oh, will my offense be able to get him back? And they absolutely can.
Well, I mean, look, we saw 1 inning's worth of work out of Wong. He threw, 6, 7 pitches
8
in
pitches.
8 pitches, but it looks like it's going to be around the strike zone. So do you beat yourself up? It's there to be had. It's not otherworldly stuff. He's not blowing your doors off with velocity.
But we've also in the first inning we saw some pretty good defense behind him.
Oh,
too.
certainly, they have a good thing going over here. I just there's no ingredient that I would say would just that's beautiful.
Oh boy, roundhouse curveball gets him out. It was just the 1 run allowed.
The second, 1 run on 1 hit. No Blue Sox errors. 3 runners left on base. We move to the bottom of the second inning. Triple D's TJO 1. The Lexington Blue Sox 0. Due up for the Blue Sox in the bottom of the second. Grundy, Anderson, and Jimenez.
The LSP store is open. Get yourself some, want to start with different designs of stickers, shirts, or other merch, including some stuff with my dog Tina the Long Arena on it, and some words I've probably said on this here YouTube channel over the years. Scan the QR code to go to the spring store right now and buy.
Leading off the bottom of the second for the Blue Sox, third baseman, number 22, Ryan Grundy.
Here is Ryan Grundy to lead things off in the bottom of the second, to be followed by the returning Nick Anderson, and then Anderson Jimenez. Long back to work for his second inning of work. And that'll hit the inside corner for strike 1. Grundy swings and misses. One that's probably a little high.
Yeah.
And the count will be 0-2.
Get the pair of the big left-handed bats here at 4 and 5. I understand where the mindset is at to just want to offer that big swing to try and tie this game back up at 1 apiece.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Ryan Grundy. 1 up, 1 down.
So that goes back to the point I was making a little bit earlier. It must look enticing out of the hand.
The right fielder, number 33, Nick Anderson.
Wong picks up his first strikeout, and now here is Nick Anderson. What a year he had last year with the Blue Sox, a 1203 OPS in 23 games. He slashed 419, 493, 710 with 4 doubles, 4 triples, 2 homers, 24 ribbies, 3 steals in 6 attempts. Played with the Holy Cross squad in the Austin Regional, the NCAA baseball tournament earlier this year. And, like, he's been just a force for the Blue Sox in his 2 years.
It's funny because our line in the 2024 season about Nick was he put up a MLB The Show stat line every week in and week out. And last year it was even better.
Yeah, I know, right? What'd you downgrade the difficulty, man? Come on.
Yeah. Sliders check on Anderson, and they're all the way to the left.
The one thing he didn't do as well or better last year was steal bases. He was 11 out of 13 in 24.
Wow. Okay, we're at the same spot. Wong is dialed.
Like, it must really look good out of the
because it's up.
It's
Yeah.
up. Like, do you think it's gonna come down basically out of his hand? Is that what they're reading?
The shortstop, number 2, Anderson Jimenez.
If you know that the velocity isn't exploding, and you see a pitch up top like that, if you're taking those cuts, I think you're expecting it to come down a little bit into your bat path.
So I'm assuming it's a really good tunnel that he has built right now, because that ball did drop off a little bit, and it was too far inside, and I feel like that's why Andy took it. But if it's coming from the exact same spot, and these guys, I feel like they're probably sitting breaking ball, and it's just not doing what they expect them to do because it's coming out of a good tunnel. And yes, you saw a similar swing on a pitch up right there.
1-1 to Jimenez. First two have been retired on strikes here in the bottom of the second.
Pat Casserly in the on-deck circle, he's always the one that's going to give you that calm, composed, let's go back to our what we do best type of AB. And so kind of not double important for Andy. It's not even about avoiding a second straight 1-2-3 inning. If you get Pat up, obviously you're that closer to pushing a run across, but it's, it could be two foundational at-bats back to back.
Jimenez pops this one up behind shortstop into the Bermuda Triangle.
Wow.
And able to make the tumbling catch is Sam Steeves for the out. That retires the side.
For the Blue Sox, in the bottom of the second, no runs on no hits, no triple Ds, errors, no runners left on base. We head to the top of the third with triple Ds leading the Blue Sox 1-0. Due up for triple Ds in the top of the third, Steeves, Brinker, and Gannon.
Are you down with a sound called LSP? Of course you are. Then follow and support us on the web, Linktree, Facebook, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. Flash the subscribe button. Membership's also available for $5 a month. PayPal and Creator Spring. LSP 37. All the cool kids are doing it. It's a tough break there for Jimenez on that last out of the bottom of the second, because now he's 0 for his last 7. He went 0 for 3 against both Melrose and the Expos last week, and so trying to get off the Schneid somehow, and you hit it into the Bermuda Triangle there in left field, and it takes a tumbling catch from the man coming to the bat right now, Steeves, to retire you. So we'll see what Marshall can do to try and shore things up here in the top of the third after
Leading
a
off
tough
the top of the third
second.
for triple Ds, the shortstop, number 6, Sam Steeves.
5 pitches in the first, followed by 27 in the second for Marshall.
That's baseball, baby. And how many times does defense beget offense? Now that Steeves was able to track that ball in the triangle, like you said, I mean, he started falling, I think, before we put the squeeze on it.
2-0, and he's really pulling the pitches.
Yeah.
Like coming across maybe a bit too much, releasing maybe a little bit too late to these right-handed batters. Gets a pop-up, foul, and now to play for strike 1.
Got out over our heads rather quickly.
Go ahead.
I'm seeing the same thing that you're seeing with Marshall's mechanics. Obviously, it's much deeper than like just that. That's tough because.
Yeah. At what point?
Yeah.
At what point do you stop nibbling? Just
Not the same miss. So.
Yeah. Just trust your defense. Maybe right here. Fly ball into center. Oh, bit of a late read by Pasiak.
He got so much more of that than I thought. That's a great play by Pasiak, but like he smoked that ball, and I thought that was in off the hands.
Pasiak, he reacted
It's
the way.
two late jumps
I know.
and 2 plays made.
The center fielder, number 8, Jackson Brinker.
Don't care how you make the play as long as you do, right?
Well, when you're trailing 1-0 in the third, yeah, just make it.
Here's Brinker, grounded out to short his first time up, and again a miss down and away to a right-handed batter by Marshall.
And I mean he's just barely missing, right? It's yes, those first 2 pitches for the Steves at bat were well off the plate, and it's been that type of miss off the plate. We saw the same thing with O'Brien on Friday, and then finally once he handled it, everything else took care of itself here. So it's painful not seeing him get the call on that inside pitch.
Here's a fly ball the other way into right field, and that gets past the reach of the right fielder, Nick Anderson. On his way to second is Brinker with a stand-up double.
Some easy. The wind is blowing out tonight too. It's not blowing out hard, but the wind that is here, it's gusting balls out towards the fence. That's just an easy inside-out swing from Brinker there, and that thing took off.
And in Pasiak's defense, that is one of the things that can cause a late break there. If you read it off the bat as a simple fly ball that gets out into the jet stream.
Designated hitter, number 47, John Gannon.
So you have a runner in scoring position for the DH Gannon, who worked a walk his first time up and then came around to score what is thus far the game's only run. That's a close one that Gannon gets the benefit on, and it is 1-0.
And it felt appropriate, honestly, that the 1 run came across from Gannon because as dominant as Marshall was in his 5-pitch top of the first, I mean, it was a 4-pitch walk to Gannon to lead off the top of the inning, and you could tell, okay, things aren't going to be as smooth as they were. I don't think TJO has put a take on a 2-0 pitch yet today. That's I believe the 4th 2-0 count, and I've seen a swing on every single one.
It's now
food for thought if you're watching at home.
Well, it's now 2-1. Lined right to the third baseman, Grundy. He'll hang on to it as able to get back quickly to second is Brinker for out number 2.
You know, Grundy flashed with the glove a couple of times late last season, but that's a next level play right there.
The second baseman, number 3, Marcos Feliz.
So Feliz will try to cash in with a runner in scoring position and 2 down. Flew out to center his first time up. That is in there for a strike. 0-1.
Well, that breaking ball is starting to find its pocket, starting to find its home.
Little chopper up the third base line, and you're just going to eat it here. Infield single for Feliz. Inning continues for DePina.
That's how it goes. And that grass just tall enough down the line that it wasn't going to let the ball roll foul and out of play.
Now batting the catcher, number 1, Ayrton DePina.
Some inside baseball here, folks. Sam's typing up the Blue Sox trivia question.
Shh.
Very excited.
Shh. Pay no attention to the man behind the keyboard. Here's a pitch going to the backstop, and a wild pitch allows Brinker to score. It'll be 1-0. Feliz up to second, and TJO leads 2-0.
And it allows Feliz to advance to second, too. So
another
one of the speedier runners.
Another runner in scoring position for the visitors from TJO to work with, and it's another 2-0 count.
It's been an extended bullpen session that we've seen out of Robbie Cobb. I would not be surprised if this is the last half inning here for Luke Marshall.
Couldn't get the front door there, and it is 3-0. Runner goes to third.
That was such a good jump.
Oh, boy. Another 4-pitch walk.
And this is such a balanced lineup. You have another big-bodied, big power bat slid into the 7-hole here with Madak.
Now batting the first baseman, number 99, Jake Madak.
So Feliz steals third on the walk. Here's Madak. And another first pitch ball, and a great jump by DePina will get him to second. So 2 runners in scoring position for Madak, who had a base hit his first time up. Grounds this one, took a funny deflection and able to recover and get the out at first is Marshall for the out.
Four
that
triple
retires
Ds
the
in
side.
the top of the third, 1 run on 2 hits. No Blue Sox errors, 2 runners left on base. We head to the bottom of the third inning. TJO, 2. The Lexington Blue Sox, 0. Due up for the Blue Sox in the bottom of the third, Casserly, Acosta, and Rossborough.
Our next broadcast will be Saturday afternoon, now at 2 p.m., not 1 p.m., for the Blue Sox resuming their rivalry with the Andre Chiefs as part of the Intercity League Day of Baseball. Saturday matinee, 2 o'clock first pitch on this here YouTube channel.
Leading off the bottom of the third for the Blue Sox, the first baseman, number 41, Pat Casserly.
Blue Sox are trailing. And find themselves trailing for the 3rd consecutive game, in fact. Lost to the Americans, came back to win against the Expos. And strike 1 delivered by David Wong to Pat Casserly.
So Wong wasn't throwing a conventional bullpen session, if you will. Wow.
Oh, boy, great defense at first, but the throw hits off the facing of the dugout, and Casserly saw it too late to make the turn for second. So we'll just have to hold at first. But again, whatever gets you on base right now in this game, eh?
So they called interference on that play, too, because he was trying to turn to second.
All right, so...
Is that a hit and an error?
I think that's an error the whole way.
The whole way, okay, copy that.
Yeah.
And then at second base on the interference. Copy that.
And
Hey, you'll take it.
yep.
It's what you needed.
Protest here from TJO arguing that he wasn't actually going to try. I think the argument that he wasn't actually going to try to turn at, like from the outset.
So if that's the argument, I don't think that argument's going to work. The argument that would work is that Wong's covering the play. He is the player that's there to cover first base, so his momentum has to take him in that direction.
Right. Well,
The
at any rate,
hitter number 31, Brian Acosta.
gets a runner into scoring position for the first time tonight for the Blue Sox. And here is Acosta, who takes down and away for ball one. Blue Sox needed something to go their way here in the early going, and they finally have it in the form of an error and an interference call that has the tying run at the plate now. Acosta takes. Wong has not been having any trouble finding the strike zone in the early going, that's for sure.
He is right on it.
8 pitches in the first, 11 in the second, and back-to-back strikeouts to start the second, in fact. He's also got some good defense behind him. Here's a mile-high pop-up into foul ground, and that will be caught. What a job at first base tonight by Jake Madak.
Yeah.
Like, even with the error off of Casserly's bat, like, to range that far to get the ball in the
catcher,
first place.
Number 26, Talon Rossborough.
And let's not forget.
And you run out of room super quickly right there. I mean, he was really a step in front of the bleachers. The ball's almost out of play, and that's the equivalent of kind of reaching out to make that catch.
Exactly. So here's Rossborough.
Something tells me they don't give away the jersey number 99 just to anybody. This is a hungry young ball player right here in Talon Rossborough. And he carries himself like a player who's been on the Blue Sox for 3-4 years now, not somebody that's in one of his first games.
Again, former MIA Super Bowl winner with the Uxbridge Spartans. And he's got a hitter's count here at 2-0 out of the 9 slot.
Casserly probably not the fastest Blue Sox on the team, but you have to think really anything served into the outfield is going to get him in. No wood to knock on after I said that, but I'll stand on it.
I don't know, maybe something on the underside of this
We do
table.
have this new cafeteria table. You never know. You're right. There might be a block under here. In fact, yeah, there we go.
For those playing the home game, Cass is 0 for 1 in his career in stolen base attempts.
No time like the present.
Down the pipe for a strike. Yeah, that's the old Statue of Liberty play with Rossborough. Because when you see someone like Wong's been shoving to this point, get to a 3-0.
Yeah.
Make sure it's not a fluke. That'll be high for ball 4. The first walk issued by Wong. It does put the double play in order, though, for Dush.
Now batting for the Blue Sox, the extra hitter, number 6, Max Dushney.
Probably the most threatening 10-hole hitter you're going to have. Maybe threatening's not the right word, but certainly the most capable 10-hole hitter you're going to have.
Oh, you know, it's one of those situations where, like, hey, Jorge Posada was the number 9 hitter on the 2003-04 Yankees, right?
I heard of that guy before. I think he's an okay baseball player.
And Dush takes a ball, 1-0. Last year, Dush only batted 182, had 6 hits, but also had 2 walks. And they called a balk.
He's all over it. It's same umpire. Each pitcher's gotten one now. And similarly, you didn't hear anything from the Blue Sox dugout when they called it against Marshall. You're not hearing anything from Triple D's.
In 2024, though, Dush, he only hit 207. He had an OBP of 500. He had 6 hits, and he had 15 walks and 2 hit by pitches. He is a tough out at the bottom of the order.
Baseball, in and of itself, is a marathon, not a sprint.
And
it's the stupidest marathon since the 1904 St. Louis one.
I'm going to need a little bit of context.
Google is free.
Well, yeah, but you're right next to me. Oh.
Swing and a miss. That is the highest heat we've seen from Wong so far.
Yeah, he can reach back and dial it up a little bit, can he?
So after the balk, Casserly's at third and Rossboro's at second. That takes a double play out of the equation, but Wong is ahead 1-2. Fouled off.
Good swing there from Dusty, but that was some effortless heat off the slide step from Wong. And you don't see this often out of a lot of starting pitchers. Wong was coming into the bullpen to our right and throwing pitches in the, top half of the inning. And he's done that for 2 of the 3 chances he can. So there's no wrong way to do it.
2-2 as that one misses high.
Now, he hasn't gone to his breaking ball nearly as often as we've seen Marshall go to his. Have to think he's going to go right back to that old number 1 that he's really been able to locate tonight.
Swing and a miss, high fastball. 2 down.
Even if you have a feeling that it might be coming, it's coming in hot. Now batting for the Blue Sox, the center fielder. Number 14, Jack Pasiak.
All 3 strikeouts have been swinging on pitches above the zone.
Yeah.
And here is Pasiak as the lineup turns over. Has the only hit so far for the Blue Sox. That leadoff single in the first. That caused, and his presence there caused Wong to rotate the mound. And then once he finally ran, it was hitting the perfect spot for a 4-6-3 double play. Pasiak behind that 1-1. Tying run in scoring position here for the Blue Sox. Down 2-0 here in the bottom of the third against TJO, the Park League. Blue Soxers have been able to see that pitch in that spot where they've swung and missed for strikeouts. Just can they lay off?
It almost feels like they don't want to make their headway that way, that they don't want to just play station-to-station baseball and utilize the walk. They're going after everything because it's there. It's not. I mean,
And at some point, if you're Wong, you just spam that until they do something that makes you not want to do that.
Right.
2-2.
Putting the high fastball just enough in the hitting zone. Blue Sox are chasing.
Little nubber up the middle. Nice play by the shortstop in time for the out. That retires the side, and that is a quick man coming out of the box, too.
For the Blue Sox, in the bottom of the third, no runs on no hits. 1 Triple D's error. 2 runners left on base. We move to the top of the 4th inning. The score remains Triple D's 1. The Lexington Blue Sox 0. Due up for Triple D's in the top of the 4th, Deo, Shapiro, and Deshiro.
LSP and Chipping Shield are partners in cards. Chipping Shields are the eco-friendly sports and gaming card shipping protectors trusted by yours truly, made in the U.S. and Canada on 100% recyclable cardboard. Use the link and codes on the screen or in the description for a discount on your order. We may receive a commission from those orders, but we thank you for your continued support of whatever this is. And this is the new whip. For the Lexington Blue Sox, it's Robbie Cobb. As he is serenaded by Mobb Deep. Cobb making his 3rd appearance of the year. No decisions. No runs allowed in 2 1/3 innings. No walks or strikeouts either. And while Robbie finishes his warm-ups, here at last is the Blue Sox baseball trivia question. seeing as it's interleague play time. For what Park League team did Julian Alvarez play from 2007 to 2013? Answer in a little while. Katrina says she's going to start using the line, "You're right next to me," in the future.
Makes sense, right? Why would I, if I ask the question knowing I have Google for free, but I have Sam, I'd rather hear the Sam Feely answer. Especially now that Google's about to be an entirely AI interface. I'd rather go straight to the source.
DuckDuckGo is free.
All right, fair.
All right, here we go to the top of the fourth, and it is 8-9-1 due up for TJOs against the new whip, Robbie Cobb.
Leading off the top of the fourth for Triple D's, the left fielder. Number 30, Ryan Deo.
Four walks allowed by Luke Marshall in his 3 innings, but only the 2 runs. Let's see what Cobb can do against Deo, who walked his first time up, and he gets a first pitch strike.
It's certainly a different experience looking at Robbie Cobb after having faced Luke Marshall. Right-handed pitcher, and the similarities more or less stop there, at least in terms of foundational approach to pitching. Robbie kind of is an inside-out pitcher. Like, he does prefer to work backwards at times.
Oh! Runs inside and plunks Deo. He is aboard for the second time without the aid of a hit.
The right fielder, number 28, Jack Shapiro.
Here is Shapiro, and to this point in the game, the only TJO's batters who haven't reached are the top 2 hitters, interestingly enough, in DeShiro and Steves. That bounces to the plate. Firing onto first is Rossborough! He got in there.
He's safe, yeah.
Yeah, it looked like he got there in time.
They were worried if he overslept.
Yeah, that was the check there for the Blue Sox. Wild pitch puts Deo in scoring position.
But I'm where you are, Sam. I didn't think that there was even going to be a play at second. So Rossborough got there and snapped it down impressively.
Bunt down. Cobb fires. They got him with the tag. A high throw and air cast.
I don't know how. I mean, I guess you don't owe Pat. You don't owe him not blowing him up and not running through the bag. I don't know why they didn't. I can't, I don't know why Shapiro didn't. I feel like it was noble of him to not. Ump doesn't have to give that to him. He never, 9 times out of 10, that doesn't happen on that play, though. He just runs through the bag and is safe. So this is the second time now that Bob Johnson, the coach here of Triple D's, has had something to say after a play at first that has worked out in the Blue Sox favor.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean anything, but I'm sure the umps know that they have the same scorecard in the back of their mind, too, as it relates to plays at first.
Well,
you'll take it, though, knowing that DeShiro is waiting here and to flip the lineup back over.
Yeah, and it does end up as a sacrifice bunt, which was the intended goal of the play. It puts Deo 90
now
feet
batting
away.
The third baseman, number 4, Matt DeShiro.
I'm sure that woke Robbie Cobb up if he wasn't already, actively dialed in and engaged in this outing.
Mm-hmm. DeShiro 0 for 2. Lines this one down the right field line. That'll be a base hit. Run scores 3-0 TJO.
And there goes that fun stat note about the top 2 in the order not having reached yet.
Yep.
The shortstop, number 6, Sam Steves.
DeShiro now at first after the RBI single. Get him on, get him over, get him in, right? Here's one smoked into center field with a wind gusting out just as he struck it and run down by Pasiak.
That was a great read by Pasiak. If he didn't get as good of a read on that, especially with the wind pushing that ball out, everybody's still running. Instead, we're right where we're at.
The center fielder, number 8, Jackson Brinker.
Both these center fielders, I will say, have had a good night so far out there defensively.
And Brinker also offensively with a double and a run scored, and now a base hit here in the center field. On his way to third is DeShiro. He is safe. Scampering back to first is Brinker with his second hit of the ball game.
Past two at-bats, we've seen the hitters just jump right on that first pitch coming in from Cobb. That lower velocity from Cobb to Marshall must make things a little bit more comfortable in the batter's box.
The designated hitter, number 47, John Gannon.
He's also been around the strike zone a bit more than Marshall was. That's down low for a ball. 1-0 to Gannon. Walk and a run scored in the third, line out to third. Walk and run scored rather in the second, line out to third in the third. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Through the first 5 games, Blue Sox starters were 3-1 with a 2.19 ERA. Only 3 innings for the starter today, Marshall, and he gave up 3 hits. Also walked 4 guys. And right now he is on the hook for the loss if the Blue Sox don't come back. Three and 1 to the TJO's cleanup man. Number 5 hitter Feliz due up next. There's Wong behind us getting warm again. Liner into left for a base hit. It's 4-0.
The second baseman, number 3, Marcos Feliz.
Feliz flew out to center in the second, singled and stole third on a ball 4 last time up. This will be hit into left field, but run down by McElroy for the out that retires the
4
side.
triple Ds in the top of the 4th. 2 runs on 3 hits. No Blue Sox errors. And 2 runners left on base. We move to the bottom of the 4th inning. The score now, triple Ds 4. The Lexington Blue Sox 0. Due up for the Blue Sox in the bottom of the 4th. McElroy, Landero, and Grundy.
Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor our content for as little as $25 a spot, whether you want to promote a business, product, or event, or send a message of support to a player, team, or coach. Email yours truly for all the deets. Go. You were saying, Chris.
I feel like the way, I don't want to be too defeatist about this. This is a first place team too for a reason. And the way that Wong's rolling along right now, if you don't get a run across here in the bottom of the 4th inning with your 2, 3, and 4 in this spot of the lineup, it doesn't feel like it. It just, to me, I know as good, as potent as this lineup can be, it doesn't feel like it might be in the cards tonight to get that crooked inning. The way Wong is just dealing and dialed in. You might be able to piecemeal a run together at a time. You need a 2-run inning here in the bottom of the 4th to make this a game again, realistically, in my opinion.
Blue Sox will be back in action tomorrow night with more interleague play. They will go into Boston to take on the Brighton Braves.
Now batting for the Blue Sox, the left fielder, number 3, Jake McElroy.
We will not have coverage of that game tomorrow, but you can follow along ICL and Park League social media for updates there. As we go to the bottom of the fourth, and as Chris said, 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Blue Sox here, starting with the left fielder, Jake McElroy. And that stays high. 4-1. The Blue Sox got Wong to fire a few more bullets in that third inning. He threw 19 pitches through the first 2 and had to throw 21 in the third alone, but still got out of it unscathed. He's only allowed the 1 hit, the leadoff single by Pasiak in the first. And there's that pitch again. It looks like...
I got nothing for you. Like, it's not a curveball.
I was just pointing at your microphone, man.
Appreciate it. It's not a curve. It's not a change, but it's markedly slower than that when he just comes at you with the fastball.
I mean,
It's not a deep bag, but it is a perfectly dialed bag of tricks that David Wong has brought to the ballpark tonight. It's essentially a 1-2 that he's working with.
It's not even his fastball, because you know how his fastball can do.
That might have been the best defensive swing we've seen out of the situation like that. Second time through the lineup, maybe that's the missing piece. Just getting to look at him again.
Well, in fairness, batting averages do go up each successive time through the order. But one thing that's one situation where the 10-man lineup for the Blue Sox is a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Because then guys aren't getting ABs against the same pitcher as quickly.
I would assume no baseball player at this level is too jazzed to be part of a 10-man lineup until it becomes part of a good strategy that leads to a win and a league championship. I feel like it might take just a little bit more enticing. All right.
Hit the other way into right field, but tracked down for out number 1 by Shapiro.
That's just it's a good system that they have out there. No matter where you're sending it to, it's somebody positioned well, on the ball quickly, ready to make a play.
Now batting the second baseman, number 8, Frank Landero.
Landero flew out to center to end that bottom of the first on a second consecutive hard hit ball on as many pitches. McElroy's result of the 4-6-3 double play, and Landero might have had extra bases taken away. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is brutal.
You want to talk about insult to injury.
Got in on the handle, tried to check the swing, bat splintered, and the ball stayed fair.
Is that one of those new bats, too? I don't think so.
Oh, my goodness. Still. Like, it's just been that kind of – sometimes it's just going to be that kind of night.
Now batting the third baseman, number 22, Ryan Grundy.
I mean, Landero understood what happened. He wasn't protesting or anything. He was like, oh, my God, I just got boomed on. Like,
yeah.
Read the top line.
All right, so I was never one of the people that would make fun of the people that would flinch when the net is in front of them anyway. That ball was right at me. I knew I had the chain link fence in front of me. I had to give it the courtesy dodge. Thank you, fence. Holding the fort down.
That's like a hockey goalie, patting the iron
give it
or whatever.
A nice little.
At some point when you do this for long enough from this spot, you learn not to flinch. But then if you're, not at a game for a certain amount of time.
I would say that's the case. Kind of like a shooting range. If you're around a gun range enough, it's, you don't flinch, but take a year off and
I'll take your word for it.
Do what they're supposed
I'll take
to.
your word for it.
It's been a long time since I've been. Shout out to my grandpa.
3-1.
Have to think he's a.
Grundy struck out swinging his first time. He's got Nick Anderson behind him if he can get on.
Okay.
Just missed, and the inning continues.
Now batting for the Blue Sox, the right fielder, number 33, Nick Anderson.
So Grundy draws the second walk off of Wong, and here is Anderson. Curveball up and away. 1-0.
It'd be really interesting to see if Wong throws that kind of half curve next. You could see the difference. Oh my goodness.
That one got in the zone this time.
Yeah, it's not coming in as hot as the fastball. There is a little dip to it.
Like, it's not the same thing as, like, trying to throw a high sinker, like, that drops back in the zone, MLB The Show, right? Oh.
This guy's incredible. Like, this guy. It's whatever he wants. He's just putting it right where he needs to. And no, exactly. It's not a high sinker. I can't. It's not a split. It works. It does the same thing in terms of changing approach and speed and eye level as a changeup, but it's not a true change. We'll get to the bottom of this, but he's a confident pitcher right now in David Wong.
Anderson was able to go 1 for 3 in the regional game against Texas in the Division I tournament. Oh, boy. I think I even got the umpire to flinch there.
I don't know where that one missed. Yeah.
Oh,
I think the Blue Sox will certainly take it.
Curve just swept across the zone. Looked like it clipped the inside corner, but now Ryan Grundy will start his engines with a payoff pitch forthcoming from Wong to Anderson. Swing and a miss, dialed it up.
For the Blue Sox in the bottom of the fourth, no runs on no hits, no triple D's errors, and 1 runner left on base. We move to the top of the 5th inning with the score, triple D's 4, the Blue Sox 0. Who do you have up next for them?
We got DePina, Madak, and Dale.
Due up for triple D's in the top of the 5th, DePina, Madak, and Deo. Thank you.
The LSP store is open. Get yourself one of several different designs of stickers, shirts, or other merch, including some stuff with my dog, Tina the Long Arena, on it, and some words I've probably said on this here YouTube channel over the years. Scan the QR code to go to the spring store and buy. New whip for the Blue Sox, and it is Luke Deschanel making his 2026 debut. Max Duchney is now also behind the plate out of the extra hitter slot.
Leading off the top of the 5th for triple D's, the catcher, number 1, Ayrton DePina.
Luke is in his 3rd season with the Blue Sox, and that misses outside for ball 1 to Ayrton DePina, who is 0 for 1 with a ground out to 3rd and a walk. Wind blowing out, and a 2-0 count to DePina. Deschanel is Made 9 pitching appearances in his Blue Sox career. Here's a grounder to Jimenez at short, one hop, and unable to secure it is Casserly. So that'll be a base hit for DePina, and the leadoff man is aboard.
The first baseman, number 99, Jake Madak.
Here's Madak. Base hit in the second. Ground out to the pitcher in the third. Deschanel is 4-1 with 1 save in his Blue Sox career and a 3.78 ERA. As he gets a strike in there, 0-1. Last year was 3-1 in 14 innings. Allowed 16 hits, 8 runs, 6 of which are earned, walked 5, struck out 7. Also hit 1 batter and threw 1 wild pitch. He has never faced TJO before. Pitched in 2 games against Park League competition last year. Fouled into the screen. Against EI, the last team to beat the Blue Sox before the Americans last week. Went one inning, allowed 2 hits, 1 run, no walks, no Ks.
K would be gigantic right here.
Especially with a runner going, pulling the second baseman to the bag and opening up the right side for a base hit.
The dichotomy of a hit and run. Perfect break for Triple D's back earlier in the game. Worst break imaginable for the Blue Sox right there.
The left fielder, number 30, Ryan Deo.
Here's Deo, who has been on base twice without the aid of a hit. Walk in the second. Hit by pitch and a run scored in the fourth. And a chance to bring home another one here. Runner 90 feet away, as that is a towering pop-up into foul ground. Nope, not nearly enough, and that'll be strike 1. So the first 2 have reached here in the top of the 5th for TJO. Battle of first place teams. The Blue Sox 4-1 first place in the ICL. 5-0-1 are Triple D's TJO with a first in the Park League 5-0-1 record. Are the visitors, and that is outside for a ball. 1-1. Already down 4, so ground ball double play. I guess he'll trade the run for 2 outs at this point. It's just as hard to come back when you're down your final 9 offensive outs. If you are able to get a double play ball here, but you got to take what you can get and then control what you can control at the plate. Popped up into right field. Will this be deep enough to score DePina? There's the catch in right field, and the throw will come to second. It's a sac fly and an RBI for Deo as DePina scores. And hey, look, it's 5-0 in a TJO versus Blue Sox game.
Wow. Baseball, the only sport where this is the possibility for a chance at a 3rd in a row.
No, that's not true. Hockey.
It feels like it's a baseball-specific.
It really is.
Yeah. Moving quickly, I will wait for this first pitch before I announce Mr. Jack. This is the right fielder, number 28, Jack Shapiro.
Shapiro with a walk in the second, and then the sac bunt with a controversial play at first base. But even Shapiro didn't seem too bent out of shape over. Like you said, he's just trying to ease up so he wouldn't hurt, Cass. There's a 2-0 count here. Hitters count the number 9 man in the TJO order. Outside 3-0. Bruce and I were talking before the game, and we were when we ran 9 the other night, I'm trying to remember what was the last time we ran 9, because in the early days of interleague play, that kid's the inside corner, 3-1. It was mandated that you had to run 9 because play not just the Park League but also the Yawkey League, and even though the ICL rules allow for 10-man lineups, all games you had to have 9. Now you don't. Now you have that flexibility At least it seems. Now,
The third baseman, number 4, Matt DeShiro.
lineup turns over for DeShiro. I don't think it's like as rare as, like, I don't think, since we implemented the 10-man rule, I don't think since the ICL implemented the 10-man rule, I don't think we've gone an entire season without ever running a 9. Popped up left side into the outfield, and that will be caught.
Well, when you run into well, hang on, I'll hold that thought.
Yeah.
The shortstop, number 6, Sam Steves.
So when you run into situations like what you were dealing with on Friday, where Eric missed the start of the game, you lop off the top of the order and slide everybody up one. You could just avoid doing that, right, and make a 9-man lineup. I understand maybe why you're never going to have a year where you always play 10 every night.
Swing and a miss by Steve.
It's an interesting game theory conversation, though, going back to what we were talking about earlier with, is it that beneficial to have a 10th batter in your lineup?
Well, remember what we were talking about last inning with, like, you know, batting averages go up the second time through the order, and considering how Wong was just shoving to this point, that that means your guys are that less likely to see him a second time.
Yeah.
Fly ball into center field. Pasiak twists, turns, and makes the catch for the out that retires the side. But
4 triple Ds
TJO
at the top of the
extend
5th.
the lead.
1 run on 2 hits. No Blue Sox errors, and 2 more runners left on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning with the score. Triple Ds, 5. The Lexington Blue Sox, 0. Due up for Lexington in the bottom of the 5th, Jimenez, Casserly, and Acosta.
Are you down with a sound called LSP? Of course you are. Of course you are. Then follow and support us on the web. Linktree, Facebook, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. Flash subscribe button. Membership's also available for $5 a month. PayPal and Creator Spring, LSP 37. It tastes great on a cracker. We go to the bottom of the 5th, and it's Jimenez, Casserly, and Acosta due up against David Wong.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th for the Blue Sox, the shortstop, number 2, Anderson Jimenez.
Jimenez had that tough luck pop out to end the bottom of the 2nd. Open to get off this little mini schneid. He's on 0 for 7. The last 2+ games, and that one gets in there for strike 1.
Mini Schneids are fine. You just don't want to let them. You don't want to let them enter the atmosphere where they can just be considered a full-blown Schneid
or a slump.
Well, I didn't even want to use the word, but thank you. Yeah.
0-2 is the count.
And really, everybody on the Blue Sox is running that risk right now, getting out hit 8-1 so far in this game. You want the line, or do I got it? Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
I mean, yeah. Sometimes it's just...
David Wong, your Cy Young is waiting.
Now batting the first baseman, number 41, Pat Casserly.
I think his secret sauce is throwing those mini bullpens every half inning. No rust. because, you know, Triple D's has been stringing together lengthier half innings at bat than the Blue Sox have. So it's been a little bit more sitting and waiting, I'm sure, than David Wong would like, and he stayed crisp.
Grounder to short, handled nicely on to first, quickly 2 up, 2 down.
Steve's not having a good game with the bat, but he's more than holding his own defensively at short.
I'll bring up Acosta.
Now batting for the Blue Sox, the designated hitter. Number 31, Brian Acosta.
Acosta's popped up to first. That's his only plate appearance to this point. Blue Sox, as Chris said, only 1 hit so far, and that was on their first batter of the game, Pasiak. Oh, that got a piece of his bat, so it's in play. And he had his foot on the bag, sidestepping into foul territory to retire the side.
In the bottom of the 5th, no runs on no hits, no Triple D's errors, and no runners left on base. We quickly move to the top of the 6th inning with the score remaining Triple D's 5, the Lexington Blue Sox 0. Due up for Triple D's in the top of the 6th, Brinker, Gannon, and Feliz.
Our next broadcast will be a Saturday matinee at 2 o'clock, not 1 o'clock as we originally posted, for the Blue Sox, resuming their rivalry with the Andre Chiefs as part of the ICL Day of Baseball. 1:55 air, 2 o'clock first pitch on this here YouTube channel. Deschanel back out there for his 2nd inning of work, and he will face the heart of the TJO lineup in Brinker, Gannon, and Feliz.
Yeah, exactly the 3 that you want to be looking at when you're already down 5-0 in the top of the 6th.
Lordy. Brinker, 2 for 3 with a ground out to short, double and a run scored, and a single.
Leading off the top of the 6th for Triple D's, the center fielder, number 8, Jackson Brinker.
Every batter in the TJO's lineup has reached at least once, except Steves, who is 0 for 4, but he's more than made up for that with his defense in this game. There's been some very good defense.
I think you can
in
just
this game
say
for both
everybody
teams.
on Triple D's is having a good night so far.
I know, right?
I think that statement can kind of just be made right now. You know, they're both teams have flashed the leather impressively so far tonight.
I mean, Steves. I would argue that his catch on Jimenez's pop-up to end the 2nd has a bigger butterfly effect on this game than most would realize. Because
it kept it 1-0 lead.
It kept a 1-0 lead, and we know the reputation the Blue Sox have for 2 out, nobody on rallies.
They do it better than any other organized baseball team in America.
Or the world, I would argue.
There's always a team in Japan.
Or Macedonia or something. I don't know. Whatever the team Andre Satoria plays for in Czechia.
Good pull. The Ohtani stopper.
I mean, you can't really be the second coming of Babe Ruth until you get ranched on 3 pitches by an electrician on a world stage.
Is he a plumber or an electrician? Okay, yeah.
Outside corner, strike 3 called. First strikeout for Deschanel.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 47, John Gannon.
That's only the second strikeout for Blue Sox pitching all night, and both have been called strike threes.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Wong is getting strikeouts off of the swing and miss.
He's got 5 Ks all on the swing and miss.
Yeah. I should have asked you this while he was still up there, but I want to know if you had any bio blast for me about Jackson Brinker. I do PA at Northeastern, and there is a Matt Brinker who is just tearing the cover off the ball for the Huskies. Was the DH, was like the cleanup hitter, and it's a similar look in the right-handed batter's box. Jackson's a little bit smaller, but power bat, and some research that I'm going to do after this game tonight. Weston Mass could be.
Fly ball the other way towards the line and run
Good
down
hustle.
by Nick Anderson for out number 2.
The second baseman, number 3, Marcos Feliz.
3 years with St. Lawrence, and then played this year with Manhattan
Okay.
in the Metro.
I saw that it said he was from Weston, and I'm pretty sure that's the story with Matt.
1-1 is the count to Feliz, who is 1 for 3 with a single and a steal. One and 2 is the count. Be sure it doesn't play any sound because still connected to the speaker there. I think I could hear like the hiss of like some application you had open on your phone. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being.
Don't speak it into existence.
I wish you could speak that strikeout into existence.
That looked
looked
like
good.
it was at the same spot as the last one.
This
Did it
one,
not?
This one right here, officer.
Yeah.
2 and 2.
I'm sorry, officer. I didn't know I couldn't do that.
Woofa. Full count with DePina due up next. Oh, I know what the sound I was hearing was. There you go.
It is.
2 Ks in the inning for Deschanel. And the side is retired, 1-2-3.
4 triple Ds in the top of the 6th. No runs on no hits, no Blue Sox errors, and no runners left on base. We move to the bottom of the 6th inning. The score remains triple Ds 5, the Lexington Blue Sox 0. Due up for the Blue Sox in the bottom of the 6th, Rossborough, Dushny, and Pasiak.
LSP and Shipping Shield are partners in cards. Shipping Shields are the eco-friendly sports and gaming card shipping protectors trusted by yours truly, made in the U.S. and Canada on 100% recyclable cardboard. Use the link and codes on the screen or in the description for a discount on your order. We may receive a commission from those orders, but we thank you for your continued support of whatever this is. As we go to the bottom of the 6th, we'll give you the answer to our Blue Sox baseball trivia question. For what Park League team did Julian Alvarez play from 2007 to 2013? That was the Carlson Club. All right, well, they got to tell. Well, I think Bruce is about to tell us in just a moment.
Leading off the bottom of the 6th for the Blue Sox, the extra hitter, number 26, Talon Rossborough.
Jules had a 1311 OPS with Carlson in 2008. 7 doubles, 3 triples, 5 homers, and 19 ribbies. As Rossborough,
good?
I'd say so.
Right field, did I hear? You got a first name for me? Perfect.
Fly ball the other way into foul territory, and that'll get out of play, and that'll make it 0-2.
You're fine. We're good without it.
Ryan Locke taking over in right field for Jack Shapiro defensively for TJOs. Rossbro walked back in the third. 20-plus pitches in each of the third and fourth innings for Wong, and then just 6 in the fifth. Here's a grounder to third, fielded nicely there on to first. And in time to get Rossbro for out number 1.
I called him hungry earlier, and we know his football prowess. I know he started the game as a catcher. He's not catching right now, but that's busting it out of the box for a catcher.
Now batting for the Blue Sox, the catcher, number 6, Max Dushney.
Here is the current Blue Sox catcher, Max Dushney, who had a nice little battle bottom of the order his first time of the third, but ended up striking out. One of 5 strikeouts so far for Wong, all swinging. And that comes up and in. And it is 1-0. Dushney and then Pasiak. And if either of them get on, McElroy here in the bottom of the 6th of a 5-0 game. Smoke foul over towards the bleachers, and it is 1-1. I mean, I was being a little overly pedantic with Chris's comment when I mentioned that the first 2 meetings between these two teams each ended 5-0. And that's such a baseball stat. Only
Right.
baseball could do that. And I was like, well, technically soccer, hockey, or lacrosse. Like, shut up, announcer boy. I know. That is fouled out of play. It is 1-2. But, yeah, it is one of those truly baseball stats. Just a quick reminder, folks, there's that shirt that says baseball is so stupid on the Spring store if you want to scan that QR code real quick.
But we love stupid things.
My wife loves me.
It's kind of the human condition. That's how we. Yeah. I wasn't angling it that direction, but cool.
I was.
Katrina, thank you for your service. The world.
How
the
do you
world's a
put
better
up
place.
with it?
The world's a better place.
Dush into left center field, and that will be run down for out number 2.
Tucker, right? Harrison Tucker.
And we're going to have a pinch hitter for Pasiak as Harry Tucker has grabbed a bat.
Attention in the ballpark, we have a pinch hitter now batting for the Blue Sox in the number 1 hole in the lineup, number 11, Harrison Tucker.
So Pasiak's night ends 1 for 2 with a base hit, and Tucker takes outside for a ball, 1-0. In the top of the 7th, TJO will have the 6, 7, 8 hitters due up. Feliz, DePina, Madak, and Deo.
Which honestly, have looked like a 3, 4, and 5 today. It's everybody's a dangerous at bat right now for Triple D's.
Fouled off, and the count will be 1-2. Luke Marshall for the first 3. He's on the hook for the loss at the moment for the Blue Sox. And Robbie Cobb for the 4th, and so far Deschanel for 2. Popped up, fouled off behind us. Do it again. At 1-2.
Wind's been kind of steadily blowing out all night, and it was really whipping right there. It's tough to get anything elevated against this guy, as I say that.
Yeah, but it's only on the infield.
Steve's again, man.
And he makes the catch.
I feel like Steves and Brinker could catch every ball put into play for these guys.
For the Blue Sox, in the bottom of the 6th, no runs on no hits, no triple D's, errors, and no runners left on base. We move into the 7th inning. The score, Triple D's 5, the Lexington Blue Sox 0. Due up for Triple D's in the top of the 7th, DePina, Maydak, and Deo.
Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor our content for as little as $25 a spot. Whether you want to promote a business, product, or event, or send a message of support to a player, team, or coach, email yours truly for all the deets. And here is the new whip for the Blue Sox. It is Jake Deschanel after 2 innings from his 2 innings from his brother Luke.
Entering the game at second base is Carter Crowley. And entering the game to pitch for the Blue Sox, the right-hander, Jake Deschanel.
So Deschanel takes over. He's the 4th pitcher of the game for the Blue Sox. He's making his 2nd appearance of the year. He got the win against the Mad Dogs on May 29th. In 1 inning of work, allowed 2 hits, 2 runs, walked 2, did not strike out anybody. And he will face DePina, Maydak, and Deo with a new center fielder behind him in Tucker and a new second baseman behind him in Carter Crowley. DePina, 1 for 2 with a ground out to third, a walk, and a single. And a run scored. 1-0 is the count to the TJO's catcher. And we got a stoppage here as Dush is already going out to Jake.
It was a true blue cross-up on the first pitch. It's not what you want to see. But hey, you know,
better to have it be like
Dusty gonna jump on it and not let it linger.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just 1 pitch and you can forget about it.
Yeah, better to have that be like 1-0 on the first batter of the inning, right? Than like get crossed up and have the batter crush it. That's better. 1-1. I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, this is the 3rd meeting all time between these 2 teams. All 3 have been played in Lexington. That is a foul ball, and is 1-2. And each of the first 2 finished at 5-0 final scores. One in 2024 in favor of TJOs. One last year in favor of the Blue Sox. Pendulum swinging back towards TJO's way. And this one, as DePina skies this one to left field, and that will be caught for out number 1 by McElroy.
The first baseman, number 99, Jake Maydak.
DePina is now 1 for 3, and here is Jake Maydak, who is 2 for 3. Couple of base hits. And he takes on the outside corner. Strike 1. Blue Sox back in action tomorrow. They'll go to Cleveland Circle and Brighton to face the EI Braves. Correction, the Brighton Braves. Grounder left side. Count remains 0-2. Blue Sox will be back here on Saturday for that 2 o'clock matinee with the Chiefs. And then 2 road games against Park League competition on Tuesday the 16th and Wednesday the 17th. Take on the Boston Blue Jays on Dot Ave, Town Field in Dorchester. Going down to get that one in a bloodbath of a hop trick shot into center field for Madak's 3rd hit of the night.
You got to feel bad for Anderson there. Got the perfect jump. There's nothing you can do about the field. The left fielder, number 30, Ryan Deo.
Deo still has no official at-bat in this game. A walk, a hit by pitch, and a sac fly on his line score. As that goes down low for ball 1. Again, the Blue Sox will face the Boston Blue Jays. Tuesday, 8 o'clock at Town Field in Dorchester. And then Wednesday, we'll take on the Palmer Club of the Park League at Fountain Field in Roslindale. Also an 8 o'clock first pitch. And also an 8 o'clock first pitch will be Blue Sox next home game after the day of baseball. Although technically that's a Chiefs home game. Plunked him. And it'll be first and second as Deo helps the OBP.
Now batting for Triple D's, the right fielder, number 42, Dylan Locke.
Dude's got 2 hit by pitch, a walk, and a sac fly.
I think he's the only person that's gotten plunked today, right? Well, if that's the case, that's you have to feel like the baseball gods were conspiring against you on your way into the ballpark.
I don't know. It's. I wouldn't really consider it conspiring if, like, just, soft plunkings that you can
You're right.
rub some dirt on easily, not something that causes, like, actual problems. 1 and 2 is the count to Ryan Locke.
Dylan Locke.
Oh, Dylan Locke. I heard Ryan for whatever reason, but that puts an end to Shapiro's night, as that is on the outside corner. Strike 3 called. Shapiro also had no official at-bat in this game, but Locke does.
The third baseman, number
And now
4, Matt
he's got a backwards
DeShiro.
K. That is wild tonight that all 4 Blue Sox strikeouts for their pitchers have been backwards Ks, and all of Wong's have been swinging. Fly ball into left. That'll be caught for the out. That retires aside. We go to the bottom
top
of the 7th.
No runs
Closing
on one
time
hit.
for
No Blue
TJO,
Sox
up
errors
5-0.
and 2 runners left on base. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. The score, Triple D's 5, the Lexington Blue Sox 0. Due up for the Blue Sox in the bottom of the 7th, McElroy, Crowley, and Grundy.
The LSP store is open. Get yourself one of several different designs of stickers, shirts, or other merch, including some stuff with my dog, Tina the Long Arena, on it, and some words I've probably said on this here YouTube channel over the years. Scan the QR code now to go to the spring store and buy.
For Triple D's. Now pitching the right-hander, number 21, Connor Whitehead.
So, Wong in line for the dub, and I'll pass it off to another teammate with a W last name in Connor Whitehead. So, Whitehead making his second appearance of the year. Got a save against Mass Envelope on June 3rd in 2 innings. Did not allow a runner a hit. Walked 1 and struck out 4.
The left fielder, number 3, Jake McElroy.
McElroy had a couple of nice catches in that top half of this inning. Will lead things off for the Blue Sox. Needing a big inning just to keep this game going, but Whitehead hits the outside corner for strike 1. Whitehead has made 14 career appearances with TJO since 2023. He is 0-1 with 3 saves at a 2.20 ERA in 16 1/3 innings. Has 26 strikeouts. He fouled off, remains 0-2.
That's a heck of a line for not having recorded a win yet with this team. It's got everything but a dub.
12 1/3 innings last year was his career high, in which he had 21 Ks.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss, and you see why.
Yeah. It looks hittable until it's not.
Now batting for the Blue Sox, the second baseman, number 19, Carter Crowley.
Carter Crowley will get his first turn at bat here in the bottom of the 7th, with the Blue Sox down to their final 2 outs, taking over for Frank Landero defensively in the top half of this inning.
Connor Whitehead's even more on top of the strike zone than David Wong was.
Crowley played on June 2nd against the Mad Dogs and went 0 for 1 with a walk, a strikeout, and a run scored. Curveball misses up and away. Hitters count now for Crowley at 2-1, followed by Grundy. Then if anyone gets on, Nick Anderson. It's a 3-1 count to Crowley. Landero finishes his day 0 for 2 with a fly out to center and a ground out to third. And that's one of the, challenges of the 10-man batting order that we talked, among the others we've talked about, Chris, is that there's no guarantee that everyone will get 3 plate appearances.
Right. Now batting the third baseman, number 22, Ryan Grundy.
Grundy was the last Blue Sox batter to reach base. He had a walk in the 4th before Wong retired the final 7 that he faced. Just spamming curveball right now is Whitehead. Count is 1-0.
I mean, can you blame him? Pulling the string on these curveballs.
Crowley picks up his second walk as a member of the Blue Sox.
Oh,
Here's a drive into right field. Back at the wall. It is gone. Grundy with a 2-piece order.
Home run, Ryan Grundy, his first of the season.
And that's the first Blue Sox hit since Pachiak's leadoff single in the first.
Well, we talk about the Blue Sox propensity for the no-on 2-out rally. What about the no-run 1-out rally? Down 3?
Something, 1,000-mile single step, but still several more steps left if they even want to tie
the right
this
fielder,
game.
number 33, Nick Anderson.
Anderson 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. Oh.
Well, it kind of now it allows us to ask the question: was anything stopping David Wong from throwing a complete game?
I don't know. I think if you're, Anderson bamboozled
You,
by
you
these first two
understand why I'm asking that
No, no, no,
question.
no.
I understand you're up 5-0, and you know, hey, we brought a lot of guys to the ballpark today. Let's get somebody else in the game. But at the same time, like,
Well, good morning, good
Yeah.
afternoon, and good night, Nick Anderson.
Connor Whitehead tells me, hey, Chris, don't worry about it. Yeah.
Silence announcer boy, shockingly, does not only apply to me.
Now batting the shortstop, number 2, Anderson Jimenez.
So 2 Ks in the inning for Whitehead, and the Blue Sox are down to their final out. Jimenez, pop up and strike out to his credit, and that skips away from the third baseman, DeShiro, and he is aboard to keep the inning alive.
It would have been a tough hop for DeShiro. I don't know. I want to create an environment that Andy gets off the schneid, right?
I generally defer to Bruce on those. But here is Cass.
Now batting the first baseman, number 41, Pat Casserly.
Cass is 0 for 2, reached on an error in the first. In the second, the third actually, his first time up. And then grounded out to short in the third. Down and away. 1-1 is the count. The Blue Sox finally getting on the board here in this bottom of the seventh with a two-run home run by Ryan Grundy, which is only the second hit of the ball game for the Blue Sox. Their first since their very first batter of the ball game in Pasiak, but now they are down to their final strike. Whitehead, 1-2. Grounder to the left side, underhand to second, and the ball game is over. Triple D's remains undefeated.
Final score, Triple D's TJO 5. The Lexington Blue Sox 2. With the win, Triple D's improves to 6-0-1 on the season. The loss drops the Blue Sox to 4-2. Tonight's winning pitcher, David Wong. The loss is charged to Luke Marshall. Time of game, 1 hour, 42 minutes.
So the Blue Sox fall to 4-2. TJO's improves to 6-0-1. David Wong picks up the dub with 6 innings of one-hit ball and 5 strikeouts. Retired the last 7 he faced. And one hit he allowed was to the first batter of the ball game. Luke Marshall takes the L. Ryan Grundy with a 2-run home run. Really the bottom of the order, Chris, was a difference for TJOs in this one. We have like Deo. Deo, like Madak 0-3 for 4 out of the 7. Deo, 2 hit by pitch, a walk, a run scored, and a sac fly out of the 8. Shapiro, 2 walks and a sac bunt out of the 9. DePina with a base hit and a run score. Like, everyone contributed somehow in this way, in this win for TJOs, and even the one guy who didn't get on base, Sam Steves, some phenomenal
Could have won himself a gold glove.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's defense, great defense by both teams in this one. Unfortunately, for the Blue Sox, TJOs able to solve Luke Marshall and Robbie Cobb, and the Blue Sox unable to solve David Wong at all. And by the time they got Whitehead for anything, it was too little too late.
You know, I'm sure the Park League is well aware of what Triple D's is up to this season. If this is not a wake-up call to the rest of them, that listen, there is an elite team brewing right now at the top of those standings, and the Blue Sox it doesn't fill the same space for them. It shouldn't be a wake-up call. You're going to run into a good pitcher like this in David Wong. You're going to have an unconventional lineup like what the lineup was tonight. You have a game tomorrow. You have that big game against Andre on Saturday. You win at least one of those 2 games rather impressively. You don't need to worry about this loss. This is just a good character-building loss earlier in the season.
So, with that said, this has been a presentation of LSP, something for everyone since 2011. Copyright 2026, unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of LSP or the Blue Sox is strictly prohibited. A reminder that if you want to support future LSP content, you can do so by buying shipping shields using the link and codes on the screen or in the description. Advertise on future content for as little as $25 a spot. Buy some of this fabulous merchandise from the Spring store by scanning that QR code there. And of course, if you're down the sound called LSP, Linktree, Facebook, YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe button. Memberships also available for $5 a month. PayPal Creator Spring LSP 37. Try it with your friends. And we'll see you Saturday afternoon, 2 o'clock first pitch, not 1 o'clock this time, for the Blue Sox in what is technically an away game against the Andre Chiefs as part of the ICL Day of Baseball.
Are my services still requested?
I think only for our game.
Okay, but I will be here for
Yes.
Chiefs Blue Sox. Lovely.
All right.
Alrighty.
So, with that said, once again, your final score from center field at Lexington High School in Lexington, Mass. It is Triple D's TJO's 5 and Lexington Blue Sox 2 for Chris Del Sordo and all my rowdy friends here at LHS. My name is Sam Feely, reminding you forever and always, freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in. Fresh for 2026. Suckers. Love you, Katrina. Party hard, Caitlin. Miss you, Tina.